Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Adelina and I make videos about living in this tiny house on wheels and living a more intentional life. Today I want to share with you a really simple cauliflower and potato curry. So I'm going to show you the ingredients and then we'll make it. Here are our ingredients for our potato and cauliflower curry. We have a can of diced tomatoes. I'm going to use this cracked black pepper and roasted garlic. I like to use the fire roasted tomatoes, but they didn't have any, so we're going to use that. We're going to use 1 can of full fat coconut milk, red curry paste of choice. I couldn't find the one that I normally buy, so I bought this Tikka red curry paste. Some oil for sauteing, some soy sauce, this is low sodium, a little bit of maple syrup, Canadian Gold, some smoked paprika, salt, minced garlic or a couple of garlic cloves. And then for the veggies we have 3 red potatoes, waxy potatoes. Do not use russet because they will fall apart. 1 small head of cauliflower, 1 red onion. I might just use half, haven't decided. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of frozen green peas. You could also use spinach in this. Half a large or 1 small red pepper, this little tiny one sitting in my fridge. So we're going to put that in there to use it up. So that's all we need for our curry. It'll be delicious, easy, and let's get started making it. So the first thing I'm going to do is get our onions and peppers sauteing. I'm going to add a little bit of oil in here. If you don't cook with oil, you can just use water. So what I've done is sliced up half of that red onion. I'm only going to use half, and that 1 small red pepper. It's probably about a cupful of onion and almost a cupful of the red pepper. I'm going to add that in there. I'm going to let this sweat down a bit. Until the onion becomes a little translucent. All right, so the onions have softened, caramelized just a little bit. So now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of the red chili paste. Now, anywhere from 2 to 4, depending on how hot you like things. So to taste. Gonna add that in. I'm also gonna add in 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. And 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. So let that cook for maybe a minute, just to really let the spices, the curry paste and everything get hot and start to get flavorful, but we don't want it to burn. Okay, so after about a minute we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients, all of the rest except for the peas. I'm going to add them in after about 10 minutes before it's done, and if you're using fresh spinach you want to add that in at the very end. So the first thing I'm going to do is add in the full tin of diced tomatoes. I'm also going to add in the full tin of full fat coconut milk, keeping in mind that coconut milk will, because it's solid on top, there's liquid underneath, so it will splash when you scoop it out, so hold it nice and low. Now we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, just to add a little sweetness. You can just use a tablespoon of regular white sugar if you want, but you guys, anybody who's watched my channel for a while knows how much I love maple syrup. You don't taste it. In here it just adds cuts a little bit of the sourness of the chili paste. And then 1 tablespoon of soy sauce or tamari. if you are gluten-free. And then I'm going to add in my other vegetables. So I've got my diced up potatoes and my cauliflower, and I have used a pot that's not big enough yet again, so I'll be right back. And we're back. One of these days I will estimate the right size pot. It's not like I haven't made this before and made that mistake before, but for some reason I always think that the ingredients never look like that much before I put them in. Well, so just get yourself a big pot. And so now I'm going to add in the cauliflower. And like I said earlier, I'm not going to add in the peas until after. So I want to just stir this around. Let's get a wooden spoon. I'm going to stir this around so that the cauliflower all gets into the sauce. This will cook down a bit. What I'm going to do is taste it. I'm not going to add salt until the very end. Yeah, that's good. Yum. So I'm going to cover this and let this simmer. I'm going to put it on the smallest burner because my stove is so hot, and let this simmer for about, I don't know, half hour, however long it takes for the cauliflower and the potatoes to get cooked. So I'm going to move this over here and let that simmer. And then maybe in about 10-15 minutes I will add my peas. I don't want them to get overdone. And I'll see you back here when this is done. Okay, it's done. It probably simmered for about 35 minutes or so. So I've got some coconut rice, and I'm going to spoon some of this over top. Let's give this a try. Some of this coconut rice. I'm gonna try not to burn myself. That's really good. It doesn't need any salt, at least not for me. I added the peas in about 10 minutes before it was done. And that is delicious. And nice and hearty with all the veggies in there. Let's try potato. I'm going to burn myself. If I try a potato, I am definitely going to burn myself. So I'm not going to try a potato. But I hope you give this a try. Let me know if you do. Let me know what you guys like to add into your curries. There's this, this is not it, but there's this curry that I order from the from a restaurant in Chemainus called Aloo Gobi, I think it is. I apologize if I am mispronouncing that. And it is potatoes and cauliflower, and I love it. This is not it. I did look at some recipes, and they're quite complicated, so I got lazy and decided to try just using red curry paste. But this is delicious, and especially with the coconut rice, which I shared with you last Wednesday. It's an awesome meal. It makes tons of leftovers, and you can freeze some. So I hope you guys give it a try. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, eat good food, be kind, be brave. I love you, and I'll see you next Wednesday. I know you guys are missing Sophie. Hi. The folks wanted to see you because you haven't been in a video for a while.